Hey guys, welcome to Yoga with Marina. If you don't know me already, I'm Marina, and this is the start of my yoga channel. So today's video is going to be a 30-minute beginner level Vinyasa flow that I like to do in the morning. It's very energizing and very powerful, but slow paced and also relaxing. So great way to start your day. Let's get started. We're going to start our practice today in Tadasana or mountain pose. Let's lift the toes and spread them wide and roll them back down onto the mat. Connecting to our breath, we'll take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders back. Taking another deep breath, we reach the arms up high, palms facing each other, and arch the back. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, the hands come together and float down in front of our hearts for Anjali Mudra. Take another inhale, sweep the arms up again. This time we interlace all the fingers but the pointers. Let's bend the body over towards the right. Breathe deep into the left lung, keeping the pelvis neutral here, stretching the left side of the body. Then we'll inhale back to center. And exhale over towards the left. Pointer fingers point towards the left side of the room this time, filling that right lung, waking up the spine, waking up the sides. Take one more deep breath here, and then we'll exhale back up to neutral. Let's float the palms down in front of our hearts once again. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Really arch the back this time, and then exhale for Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale for half fold, flat back. And exhale, folding forward again. It's okay to have a generous bend in the knees here, whatever you have to do to keep the back flat. We'll inhale, squatting, bending the knees, coming into chair, tuck the ribs under. Exhale, the hands come back to heart center. And then coming into a twist, we reach the left elbow over the right upper thigh or knee. Gentle pressure in the palms here. We breathe into the back or the low belly. Then we release, reach the arms up one more time. Exhale, twisting to the left now, bringing the outside of the right arm down onto the top of the left thigh, left knee. Pressing into the palms, twisting the spine open, feeling strong, feeling energized. Exhale, and we come up, forward fold. Let's bend the knees here, hinging at the hips, keeping the straight spine, maybe reaching the hands to the back of the legs or the ankles. And then we'll inhale up to flat back. Exhale, this time bringing the palms all the way down to the mat, taking a deep breath in Phalakasana or plank pose. Exhale, lowering the belly all the way to the ground. Release the tops of the feet and lift the rib cage for baby cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the hips, coming back into our first downward facing dog. It's okay to have a bend in the knees here. Maybe you walk the dog, working one heel at a time down towards the ground, straightening one leg at a time. Our focus is on keeping a straight spine, so if that means your knees are bent, that's okay. Maybe we rock the hips side to side, wag the tail, working the chest down through the shoulders towards the knees. Let's inhale and lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through the palms onto the front of the mat. Release the right knee, right foot. And then slowly we're just going to work our way up to resting our hands on top of the left knee in our low lunge. We'll take a few breaths here, sinking down with each exhale, lengthening the spine with each inhale, stretching the right hip flexor. Then when we're ready, we start to roll back onto the left heel. we point the left toes up towards the sky or towards our face, and we hinge down at the hips, again with a straight spine, thinking about working the chest down towards the foot or pointing the hip bones forward. And then we're going to start to flow here. So we'll roll back down onto the sole of the left foot. And then as we exhale, coming back, inhale, rolling forward, lifting the chest. Exhale, arching the back. Flowing a few more times here at your own pace between low lunge and Ardha Hanumanasana, our half splits, waking up the hip, that biggest joint in our body. And then slowly we'll come back to rest in our low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Sink deeper for one final stretch, full expression. And then we'll exhale our hands back down. Tuck the right toes and push back, three-legged dog. Undo everything we did. Lift the left leg, plant it down on the mat. And then we'll inhale, lift the right leg for the same sequence on the other side. Exhale, step the right foot between the palms. Release the right knee, top of the right foot, down onto our mat. Getting comfortable, and then we'll slowly work our way up to rest both hands on top of the right knee. Inhale, finding length in the spine. Exhale, sinking deeper through that left hip flexor. Sending the breath into the low belly. Breathing into the hips, breathing into any tension we feel in the legs. And letting it go when we exhale. When we're ready, we bring our fingertips down to the ground, roll back onto the right heel, point the right toes up towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold at the hips, hinging forward, Ardha Hanumanasana. Half splits. Take a couple more breaths here. Sinking deeper as we exhale. Starting to let the spine round just a little bit. Preparing for our flow. And then on an inhale, we'll start to roll forward, bringing that right sole of the foot back down onto the ground. Passing back through low lunge, opening the heart. Exhale, rocking back. Curl the spine. Inhale, arch the back forward, open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, rock back. Enjoy the energy of this flow, feeling awake, bending the spine in both directions, stretching both sides of the legs. And then when we're feeling ready and awake in the hips, we'll come back into our low lunge. Reach the arms up on an inhale, stretch them tall, full expression. Sink deeper in the hips. And then we will slowly exhale the palms back down onto our mat. Tuck the toes. Step the right leg all the way back. Reach it up towards the sky, three-legged dog. And then exhale, bring the right foot down to the ground, downward facing dog. I love to walk the dog. It feels really good in the hamstrings and in the calves. So we'll keep walking the dog here. And then when we're ready, step or jump both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. And exhale, we bring the palms back down to the ground, continuing with our flow. One breath here in plank, and then Chaturanga Dandasana. Lean forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, send the hips back for downward facing dog. One more deep breath here. Push the hips back. And then again, we're going to sweep the left leg up and forward through the hands, rotating onto the outside of the right foot this time for warrior one. We sink down, finding a 90-degree bend in the front knee. The hips are square to the front of the room. We take a deep breath in, and then exhale. We open the arms up, gazing over the left hand for warrior two. On an inhale, we cartwheel ourselves back over the right leg, reverse warrior. And then we exhale ourselves forward for humble warrior, Baddha Virabhadrasana. We hold here, feeling strong and energized. And then let's take the left hand down to the ground inside the left foot and open the right arm up towards the sky for side angle pose. Twisting forward into a high lunge, and then we step the left leg back up towards the sky once again, coming back into our downward facing dog. Repeating for the other side, we reach the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog, and then step the right foot between the palms. Rotate the left foot and come up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Squaring the hips, feeling strong, feeling powerful energy flowing from our feet to our fingertips. Taking a deep breath here, reaching up and exhaling into Warrior 2. Open the arms wide, gazes over the right hand. On an inhale, we cartwheel ourselves up and back, stretching that right side body. And then as we exhale, we come forward, folding the right shoulder down inside the right knee. Humble warrior. Feeling strong but humble here. Let's bring the right palm down to the mat inside the right foot. Reach the left arm up towards the sky, side angle pose. And then bringing both hands down, coming back up onto the left toes. We kick the right leg up and back, three-legged dog, and step the right foot down. Good job. Walking out the feet here, stretching the legs, wag your tail, send the hips side to side. Feeling strong from our warrior flow. We bring the knees back down to the ground. Open them wide. Toes are together for a wide-legged balasana or child's pose here. Let's just rest here for a few breaths, grounding through the palms, sending the chest down through the shoulders, and coming back to our breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling strong, feeling ready to start our day. And when we're ready, we roll forward, coming into a tabletop position, so stacking the knees directly underneath the hips, wrists right underneath the elbows. We're going to come into Parsvapalasana here, or thread the needle pose. So let's reach the right arm up and then send it down through the left arm, coming to rest on the right shoulder, right ear. We've got some options for the left arm here. So option 1, we reach forward, finding a gentle stretch in the left side, left shoulder. Maybe we'd like to deepen our twist. And so we lift the left arm and we'll reach it up towards the ceiling, twisting open onto the right shoulder a little bit more. And if it's in your practice today, you can even reach the left arm behind the back, coming into a bind here. So we'll grab onto the right thigh with the left fingers. We'll take a few breaths here, feeling the twist, breathing into the spine and the lower belly, opening the chest. And then we'll release the left arm back up to the sky, undo what we did here, push down through the left hand and open back up to the right once again. Then we'll bring the right hand down onto our mat and do the same thing. Open the left arm up towards the sky and roll it under the right arm, coming to rest on the left shoulder, left ear, keeping the hips stacked above the knees. Maybe bringing the right arm forward to the top of our mat. Maybe we reach that right arm up towards the sky, deepening the twist. And maybe we take it one step farther and tuck the right arm behind the lower back, finding our bind with the left inner thigh. On an inhale, we'll release the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it back down to the mat. And then inhale, sweep the left arm out and up towards the ceiling once again, and bring it back down onto our mat. We're going to come into Uttanasana Shishosana now, extended puppy pose, my favorite pose. So keeping the hips stacked right above the knees, we'll walk the hands forward to the top of our mat. And find a gentle back bend here. So we'll arch the spine, reach the chest down towards the mat, maybe coming to rest on the forehead or the chin. And we'll take a few deep breaths here, letting gravity pull each vertebrae apart just a little bit, finding space and length in the back. And then we'll transition into Sphinx pose. So we're just going to come onto our belly, release the tops of the feet, and stack the elbows right underneath the shoulders. With an inhale, we open the heart, looking up, pulling the chest through the shoulders. And then exhale for lazy Sphinx. Relax the head, tuck the chin. One breath here. And then on an inhale, we're going to look over our right shoulder for a gentle stretch in the left side of the neck. Exhale back to center, and then we'll inhale, looking over the left shoulder, stretching the right side of the neck. Bringing our head back to center, and then bringing the palms to our sides of our chest. We're going to come into a pose called intense shoulder stretch here. So let's reach the left arm out sideways and rest our head on the left ear, looking over to the right. If this is enough for you, you stay here. Or to deepen the stretch, we start to roll our body open towards the left arm, like we're going to come onto our backs. We reach the right leg up over the left leg and bring the sole of the right foot down to the ground behind the left leg. Breathing into the shoulder, feeling a deep stretch here. And then on an exhale, we roll back to center. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So extending the right arm out, resting our head on the right ear, looking over towards the left. Maybe you stay here, or maybe we inhale ourselves up, rolling over towards that right arm, almost coming onto our backs. Feeling a deep stretch in the right shoulder. The sole of the left foot is on the ground behind the right leg here. We'll stay here for one more deep breath, breathing into the shoulder, deepening the stretch as we exhale. And then slowly, we'll start to make our way back onto our belly. Nice and slow, gentle release from this pose. And then we're going to come back, cross the ankles, rolling back onto our sit bones to come to a seated position facing the front of our mat. We're going to come into some gentle hip stretches here, starting with Agni Stambhasana or fire log pose, also known as double pigeon pose. We'll stack the right foot on the crease of the left knee, maybe stacking the foot all the way on top of the knee if that's part of your practice today. Inhale, we find length in the spine, and exhaling, we hinge forward at the hips, just a teeny bit, only going as deep as is comfortable for you. Easing backwards out of the pose a little bit if we feel any pain in the knees or in the ankles. You can also use a blanket to pad the knees or the ankles here if that feels good for you. Lengthening the spine with each breath. And then slowly we'll come back up for the other side, stacking the left foot over the right knee, left knee over the right foot. We'll inhale, finding length in the spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips, walking the hands out in front of us. Gentle stretching in the hips here. We're not holding this posture for long, so really focus on using the breath to create space and openness in the hips, and folding into that space as you exhale. And then with our breath, we inhale our way back up, coming out of the pose, uncrossing the legs. And then we're going to come into a twist here, variations of Bharadvadrasana. So keeping the left leg in an easy seated, cross-legged position, let's take the right leg and bring the right foot outside of the right hip. Maybe feeling a gentle stretch in the quadricep here. We're going to start to twist the spine. So we'll gently bring the left arm to the outside of the right knee, the bent knee, and bring the right arm back behind us. Inhaling, we find length, and exhaling, we twist a little bit farther back. And then coming out of the twist, we're going to just reverse what we've done. So straighten the left leg now. And then we're going to release back onto our elbows, starting to lay down, working towards laying down onto our back, finding a gentle stretch in the right quadricep. Maybe opening the chest, lifting up through the shoulders. Coming into half Virasana, half hero pose. And then inhale, we'll come back up and do this on the other side. So let's bend the left knee, bringing the left foot to the outside of the left hip. The right foot comes to the inner left thigh. Preparing for our twist, lengthening the spine, we bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee. And the left hand reaches back behind us, maybe tenting the fingers, if that feels good. Lengthening the spine as we breathe in, deepening the twist, rolling the shoulders down and back as we exhale. And then we'll come out of the pose, straighten the right leg, and lay back down onto our elbows and our forearms once again, half hero pose. Just finding a gentle stretch in the left quadricep or in the left ankle. Opening the chest, taking a deep breath in here, filling that whole body with air. And then exhale, we relax. And then slowly we work our way back up. Untuck the left leg. Let's tuck our knees in and slowly roll down onto the back here. Let's hug the knees tight into the chest, Apanasana. And then we'll start to circle the knees around, massaging the lower back, going one direction and then the other, and then bringing our knees back to the middle. Take a deep breath in, squeeze the knees, and lift the forehead towards the knees, and then exhale, release the head back down onto the ground. Let's open the arms out wide And exhale both knees down towards the left for supine twist. Finding our final twist of today's practice. We'll just breathe here for a few breaths. Letting the right shoulder feel heavy. Then we'll inhale, bring the knees back up to center, and exhale, roll them both over towards the right side now. The left shoulder feels heavy against the floor. Maybe to deepen the twist a little bit, we send our gaze left towards the left hand. You could also send the gaze over the right hand in the same direction as the knees to deepen the stretch in the chest and the shoulder. Breathing into the low belly and the back, feeling that gentle squeeze in our torso and in the organs, stimulating blood flow, waking us up. And then we'll inhale the knees back up to center. And coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, our final pose for today. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, open the knees out wide, let gravity work them down towards the ground. And then options, you can cactus the arms, you could reach them up above the head, out straight. Or you can form the shape of a little diamond between the fingers and the thumbs and rest both hands down on the belly. This is a very energizing, very comforting variation of the pose. And we'll rest here for our final Shavasana today. So coming back to our breath, just noticing the way that it flows in and out like a current, not trying to control it, just letting the energy of the body flow with the breath together. Noticing the way the air feels on the skin, the way your clothes feel, the way the ground feels pressing into the back. Noticing any sounds that you hear going on around you, but just letting them pass. Noticing the thoughts that start to wander into the mind, and then just letting them float away. Accepting that everything that you feel and hear and think right now is exactly where and when it's supposed to be. Sometimes in Savasana, we can't help but let the thoughts start to wander. But that's okay as long as we notice them. And then we let them go, coming back to that stillness of the body, meeting it with stillness of the mind. Letting everything melt away. And then slowly we're going to bring some movement back into the body, maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, circling the wrists. Let's take a deep breath in and stretch the arms out wide, and then exhale, giving ourselves a big hug. Wrap the arms around the back, bring the knees up, and then let's just roll over to the side in our fetal position. And keeping the eyes closed, we push ourselves up, coming to find Sukhasana or Siddhasana, a comfortable seated position for you. Let's inhale, grow tall through the spine. Exhale, roll the shoulders down the back. And then inhale, fly the arms up above the head, palms come together. Exhale for Anjali Mudra, hands come to heart center. And let's just take this moment to thank ourselves for coming to our mats today, for completing our personal practice, and for taking care of ourselves, filling our day with light and love, noticing how much better we feel now than at the beginning of our practice, feeling strong and energized. We'll inhale, reach the arms up one more time, up above the head, palms come together. Exhale them down in front of our forehead, between the eyebrows, to our third eye. Inhale, we grow tall through the spine, and exhale, we'll fold forward at the hips. Namaste.